And to continue the celebration of Champions Gate, time now for us to welcome the Cubs President of Business Operations, the one and only Crane Kenney, to Cubs Live. And Crane, it was a sight to behold out there today. The ribbon cutting, the 2016 team all back in attendance. How did it all come together?
Yeah, well, start with a shout out to you and the Marquee team.
Thank you.
Great job today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You set the tone, got the energy going early in the morning with a packed house. So thank you for that. Thank you to the Marquee team for carrying it. And, just giving the boys a chance to be together, right? That's what it was mostly about. And then giving our fans a chance to welcome them home. Okay. A lot of those guys had not been home in a long time, had not been back to Chicago in a long time. So the gate was the feature, but really the event was bringing the boys home.
Okay, you and I, we've had many discussions about this, but what was the inspiration? How did it all actually come together?
Team effort. Big shout out to Jen Martindale, who you all know from our marketing group, David Cromwell, who runs the ballpark. But a group of us that got together a year ago and talked about what would be a fitting tribute for this team, the team that solved the riddle. Plaque didn't seem big enough. We'd already done the banner. A statue was talked about, but it would leave so many players out. Like if you think about the most iconic photo from the 2016, it's that last out. Yep. With Riz and Bryant and Addy and Chris Coughlin and Mike Montgomery, but that leaves out Jake, who dealt in Game 6, Hendricks, who carried us in Game 7, Lester, who got us to Game 6 because of what he did here in Game 5, Schwarby, who coming back, all those guys, Zoe, who was the MVP. Like if you did the statue, you'd literally miss 10 guys who were critical to the success. And so we went away from the statue, and then the idea was like something permanent, something the fans can enjoy year round, because so many things you can only see when you're in the ballpark. Like the Ivy's great and the scoreboard's great, the banner's great, but you can only see it when the game's around. So we know this community is really busy year round, so let's do it outside. Let's do it next to our heroes, our statue row. And then the Arc de Triomphe was actually the inspiration. Nice. So, Napoleon's tribute to his soldiers that conquered the world. Yeah. We had a group of soldiers that conquered the world. And so the gate was born.
Absolutely.
It was awesome for me to even just sit there and watch it all, transform and see all the boys. But last time you was here, Crane, you spoke about all the great things the guys were going to get. And then to see their reactions, how cool was that for you, just to see how they kind of came back and just, everything that was going on for this weekend, their reactions must have been, out of this world. Yeah, started with the podcast that Riz and Rossi do. And then everybody played golf the next morning, which was a lot of fun, a lot of competition. Yep. Montero, of course, running the show there. And it's funny, you miss those boys for 10 years, and then they all come back, and they just fall right back in. Like it's the same guys talking, the same guys giving grief. The difference this time, though, was really cool, is to see the families come back. Okay.
Because, you guys, when you're working, we don't see the families that much, which is really a tough thing for the players. We had that concert series right before we launched. So we had Noah Kahan in, and Lackey came back, Lester came back, Dex. I mean, a lot of these guys came back for the shows. They had never seen shows because normally when we're having concerts, they're on the road working.
Right.
And we actually had a couple of our current guys. Pete was there, Nico was there, J-Mo was there, Councey was there. Okay. So, and their first chance to say, wow, you transformed this thing into quite a concert venue.
Yeah.
And again, so they get to see some things they didn't get to see when they were playing, and then to see all the kids and the youngsters, like Jake's kids when he was playing were tiny. His son's now as tall as Jake.
Oh wow!
And I'm like Jake, your kid and his kid's playing high level baseball. He goes, the kid's a baller. Yeah. And these kids were running around the clubhouse like little tiny kids. So getting to see them celebrate with their family is pretty neat.
Yeah, I felt that was the most compelling thing, is like the interactions, to see Pete and kind of, his vision to bring a World Series to his team as well. Talk about that interaction with the current team and then the 2016 team.
Yeah, enormous respect from the current team. Hap is a little bit of a bridge, but most of these guys didn't play.
No idea.
Or with these guys. And I think the gate is, we talked about the gate and the importance of it. The respect that a World Series team gets from everyone else. So tomorrow, for instance, we're going to let the World Series team use the field before the game with their families to do some BP and just have some fun on the field. That took the Twins agreeing to postpone or cancel batting practice.
Sure. Oh, okay.
And so we had a call over and say, hey, A little awkward, but we're not going to take BP on Sunday. We're going to give the field to the 2016 World Series team. And the Twins said 100% fine, absolutely. Again, everyone knows how hard that is to get to that pinnacle. And so I would just say, like, the respect from the current team to see what these guys did, you know, bow down, man.
Yeah.
Those guys, they did it,
yeah.
you know. So, and now this group's on the way to doing it. I mean,
Right.
we've got a really talented team,
Yeah.
and they know they're good. A little bit like the 16 team, you heard Madden's speech about looking out at the team. And I remember being in the room, spring training first meeting in 2016, and you know, when they looked around after a really good 2015, that group knew, like, targets on our back, but we know we're really good. I think the team this year does too, and we'll see that come out in the second half.
Absolutely. What'll Champions Gate, before we get you out of here, what will that mean for generations to come? There's going to be 30 years from now a 45-year-old that's there and is like, I was a youngster when they cut the ribbon on this thing.
Yeah, Jake and I were looking at the plaque afterwards. He was looking at his name on the plaque, and I said, what's really cool about this, Jake, for me at least, is your great-grandkids, long after you're gone, are going to bring their kids here, and they're going to point up to that plaque and go, that was great-granddad.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
And your name will never be gone. It'll be here forever, just like Ernie and Billy and Fergie and all those guys never be gone. So, you know, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Great weekend, I'm telling you.
Champions Gate,
Yeah.
celebrating 1907, 1908, and the 2016 World Series champions. And this man, well, he spearheaded everything that came about today. Cubs President of Business Operations, Kenney. Crane, thanks so much, and thanks for letting us be a fly on the wall of history today.
More than a
Appreciate
fly
it.
on the wall. Thanks for doing the whole thing.